Hello guys, welcome to United Central. This is another podcast because you know what, quite frankly, it had to be done. It wasn't going to come today, but I think United in a crisis at the minute. That's to say the least, London. United are in a crisis. That yesterday for me, you know what, I've not seen a more pitiful, abject, barring Pogba.
You know what, can we start first of all with a bit of intro? Say season's greetings to everybody watching the podcast, for all the people who are sharing and promoting the podcast and what we try to do, and happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas to all of you who are celebrating, and everybody else who's not celebrating. Enjoy your couple of days off on the holidays. Peace, love, light, always, people. Regardless of Man United, what did I say to you on the last podcast?
Nothing's changed.
They ruined, what did I say? You took that bit when I said they ruined my weekend. Man United ruined my weekend. And what did they do this weekend? They absolutely, you know what, I had a nice weekend. Till the Sunday. Till Sunday, come 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. They ruined me, mate. Ruined me. Last night, ruined. Today, in work, busy day, ruined. Everybody's coming up to me. All the City fans I have to work with. All of the Liverpool fans I have to work with. Everybody's saying to me, gloating, all the Liverpool fans are gloating in my face, World Club champions. I'm like, listen, we've been there and done that, so don't bother telling me they're going to win a treble. And you know what hurts me? They could do it.
Do you know what? It could be like that.
They're ruthless.
We've got no option. We've got no option of saying anything right now.
Right.
Forget all this nonsense about banter. I don't think you banter anymore to Liverpool fans. City fans.
We are banter FC ourselves. How can anybody try to banter us? We are the laughing stock. So let's get into it. On the last podcast, most of you watched, we broke it down. I even hypothetically said what Nigel Pearce is going to say. He's going to say to them, get into these guys. Man United, the reason why I use the word bottle jobs, because mentally and physically we're weak. When it comes to against teams who want a battle, right?
Battle.
Before there is any football or any tactics can be played, is every man winning his own duels and his own personal battles. Yesterday, for the whole 90 minutes, I counted 3 times. In the whole of the 90 minutes that we won the second ball, 3 times we won the second ball. What, in 90 minutes of football, Man United won second ball 3 times.
Did they bully us?
Are you kidding me? We got bullied. I told you, Everton seen it. We got so much bullied, and I said, the bottle job of all bottle job goalkeepers. What happens? He gets bullied one day against Everton. What did they do? The first corner, did you see what they did?
Yeah.
Troy Deeney is there standing on De Gea's toes.
And he never tries to say, you know what? He never tries to say referee, try to be clever. He does the same stuff all the time, and he almost accepts it.
They bullied him, and what did he do? He panics. When people get around him, he panics. He dropped the ball, obviously, with disallowed because the guy jumped into
that. That was a shocking error.
No, before that. And he dropped the ball because he caught the ball.
But that wasn't a foul though, you know. If you look at it really,
he jumps into him like that, to be honest. He's soft. Do you think he's soft?
It is very soft. But that was the first warning. And then the second one, oh my God. I said it, that was borderline embarrassing. Is it a time now to think, you know what, David De Gea, and if you call this reactionary, I don't think this is reactionary. I think this is a slump in form going back a few years now. We're talking about 2 years now where you're thinking, you know what, is it time now where you're thinking, do you remember a guy called Casillas?
Yes.
And his kind of like, his way down. And I know this is very early because he's 28 now, De Gea.
No. You know what?
I know, and he should be in the peak of his power. But he's doing mistakes now that Nora did. It's very unforgivable.
To be fair to Iker Casillas was a top class goalkeeper, but he fell out. Basically, when Mourinho, just give a bit of backstory. Mourinho went there. Mourinho wanted to break up the Real Madrid-Barcelona connection in terms of teammates in Spain. Casillas is one of the captains of Spain. He's one of the captains. He lifted the World Cup, or he lifted the Euros, and Casillas was not having it, saying to him, "No, I don't want that." And that's why Jose Mourinho did what he did to him. Casillas was still performing brilliantly, right? But at Porto, obviously, different expectations. I think we've been stagnating for the past 5-6 years, right? So in this way, David De Gea
is he rubbing off him?
Of course, he's finally rubbing off him, because for the past 4 times he won the best player by non-players player, fans player. 4 times he won.
That's not good though, is it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that shows you where we are, where we have been for the past 7 years. And most of you guys maybe can educate me. Can you tell us? I reckon our average finish since Fergie left is between 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
Right?
Apart from the odd season where
we finished second and we finished second.
Well then,
and one time
that was
we
about
finished
20
fourth.
points behind first.
Yeah. So we've been in this slump, and I promise you, there's aspects of me, like, just to see, not to say I told you so, but the Ollie Out people, like yourself, one of the chairmen of the Ollie Out Brigade.
Chairman, CEO,
Captain, Colonel.
Justifiable now.
President,
We'll talk about it in a bit.
Listen, President, but I would like to genuinely see and think, I just want the thought experiment to think, if Ollie's out of the picture, you got your perfect guy, Poch. If another season and a half, we will still be here. But unless,
are we though?
Yes, Rashid, yes, Saeed. Unless the biggest reason is this: unless we got quality players, and that is the biggest thing we have to understand. We don't have players who are physically strong enough, mentally strong enough. When you've got a team, and you're neither of those, and the only thing you can raise yourself up for is to play on the counter against the big teams, then you know that where
does that come from, Nuruddin? No, but it's the manager though.
No, the quality's not there.
Yeah, but as a manager, if you know the quality's not there, yeah, why would you play counter-attack football all the time?
Because maybe that's the only game planning thing. So, all right, I've got forwards who are fast, and I'm gonna just use that. I haven't got nothing in midfield. It comes down to I haven't got anything in midfield.
Where's flexibility though? Where's the flexibility in management?
There is no flexibility because the quality. You cannot invent qualities. One thing you cannot do as a football manager is invent quality. You look at Jurgen Klopp's first season. Jurgen Klopp had to get rid of 15 or maybe 13 players out of Liverpool.
But still though, you knew what he was doing though.
But yes, of course, because you knew you understood what he was trying to do. But he finished 8th. If you looked at,
he came in October though. He came in October.
Yeah, but I'm not lying to you. There's some crazy stat going around, right? There's some crazy stat going around,
and that is
the crazy stat is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first year in charge, that's full year.
Yeah.
Compared to Klopp and Poch, first year in charge in Tottenham and Liverpool, Ole's way ahead.
Stats don't mean.
No, but I'm just trying to say to you, stats say that. Stats say, and also I'll give you another stat. That guy was hitting me with another United fan that's in work today, hitting me with. He said, Man United didn't have the most penalties this season. If we didn't convert the penalties, you know our winning percentage of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would be 7% percentage win.
Wow,
7% win percentage.
I read
so
that.
There is this. So stats can tell you one thing, but I'm saying to you.
But in terms of David De Gea, just go back on David De Gea. What's the solution now? Because you look at it now. Romero's here. Romero, I think he's got the most clean sheets. As a substitute goalkeeper, I think he's got clean sheets in every game this season.
Has he got that bounce? Has he lost weight?
Well, he's not that middleweight boxer that you said he was.
That middleweight boxer.
You know what, man? This guy he's been an Argentinian #1 for many years, and I know you can talk about there's not many Argentinian keepers.
Viewers, please tell us the last great, fantastic Argentinian goalkeeper.
I want to play the 2002 World Cup. Arab League.
I don't know,
but when you look at it now, yeah, you think to yourself, David De Gea, is this a time to drop him? Would you drop him for Newcastle?
No, because I would think that. I think you could.
And this is not really reactionary. This is looking at it in terms of.
No, I think if he continues,
Villa.
I think if he continues,
mistake. I mean, was it not Villa? Everton mistake goal. Today mistake goal. You know what I mean? Throughout the season, we've had a lot of mistakes from him.
Yeah, no. Last season was the worst.
Last season as well.
Last season he finished the season, but it was just horrendous. Lost the confidence. The contract thing dragged on, and now he's got to explain it. But what we need is to say this. The reason why people were like, "What's going on? Nuruddin is gone ballistic." Last week's show.
Yeah.
What did I say to you? Because I know the quality of what we have. Why was I angry? Please explain to people why I was angry.
Because of the fact that we don't have the quality there. That is why. But
David De Gea has to have quality guys around him. Guy who can pin him and go, David, you're the most experienced guy, and what are you doing? What people to add? Like, listen, old Man United team. Something like that happened. Everybody be kicking off. Are you kidding me? Kicking off. Players used to fight other players, and the other, the backroom staff will have to split them up. They'll have to sit them up.
Are we overhyping some of these players?
Massively we overhyped because as fans we're emotional. When they give us a derby win, we all go, wow, that performance.
But when you look at it in the context though, a player like McTominay, as much as I like him, and I think he's one of our own, would he get into major top 6 teams?
No.
You're looking at Shaw. Would he get into the major top 16?
Shaw wouldn't even in the top 8. In the top 9, they've got better fullbacks than us.
Yeah.
Top 8, top 9, they got.
Daniel James, as much as he's been good this season.
Absolutely.
Why are we relying on him?
Yeah, the past month and a half he's been done out here.
Rashford, as he's been good this season, is that to be United's go-to guy to be
when the game's going against United, he sometimes disappears because he's not getting that.
No,
he's not getting that. And the thing about him is that when people triple on him like they were doing yesterday, they tripled up on him. So it wasn't just he was had to beat the fullback. He had to beat the fullback, the winger that was coming back.
Yeah.
And then the midfield that essentially was it Capoue?
Yeah.
Coming across.
Jesse Lingard, $100,000 a week. This is beyond shocking.
That finish, you know what?
How dare he though? How dare does he do that?
Fault. He's not. Listen, it's when you know mentally, you know he's had a difficult time.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Man United, for a proper football club, run proper structure, they would have said to him, Jesse, we're here for you. Take some time out. Get better. Come back 2 weeks. Go away on holiday. Go away. Clean. You know what I mean? Go and get some therapy. You know what I mean? And then come back.
But what was he thinking of doing a chip?
To me,
side foot.
The worst thing, if you looked at that chance again, if you've got his view, Ben Foster tried to shut the angle on this side because he likes that shot. To the left hand side.
Yeah.
To the left hand side there. Because it was like that. All of the right side. It's about this much of the goal.
And Ben Foster's not tall keeper.
Yeah. So all you have to do is just bend it into that bottom corner. Like just tap it into the bottom corner. Like, but no, he went for the.
But that was the only chance of that first half, though.
That was the only chance, yeah.
Capoue and Decore is what United think. Fred and McTominay are.
Nah, I don't know.
They absolutely bossed that midfield. These guys, if you just want to contact,
everywhere we got bossed. Midfield. We got bossed in they bossed our attackers in defence. They bullied us up front, pardon them. They wouldn't. I told you I counted 3. I honestly know what I'm watching the game and I'm like 1. Look at my tweets. 2, 3 in the whole of 94 minutes of that game. I 3 times where we won, and all 3 times, guess who won it? Fred. Fred was quicker to the ball. And he was getting fouled. Fred yesterday could hold his head up high in terms of battling with tenacity, but in terms of quality, done out here. Done out here.
Is that enough for United?
No, but the
is
passing.
Is that enough though?
The whole team.
Some teams, a team like, I don't know, Norwich, they can show effort, they can show desire. But Norwich, that is not what United are now. We need to be winning trophies. We need to be top 4. We need to be going. I know you keep saying this is not realistic. But Norwich, if you're asking for tenacity and kind of energy, bro, is that what we are now? Showing a bit of fight. We need to have the quality as well to come with it.
But the weirdest thing, but the funniest is that we don't even have the fight, so that you have to be able to fight these teams, right? Win the second balls, beat them on anything, and then you earn to play your football.
Yeah.
We can't do that. That's what I'm talking. I'm saying mentally weak, physically weak.
Well, talking about weak, the back 4. I thought. I remember Saka. As much as I love the guy, does he need to tackle every time like that?
Not there. That was that
was a horror show.
So that one he mistimed. He mistimed the tackle.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing, if you look at him, all he had to do was glance. He couldn't, like, if his vision, you could see Maguire's there. Maguire is more on that and was gonna, because that was gonna play the ball. Maguire was about to clear.
And
it
wasn't gonna score from there, was it?
No. You know what? You would fancy De Gea from there, but then then we fancied De Gea for that little P roller onto the ground, and then bounces up, and then he goes through his hands. But anyway, his timing of
it's second to none. Let's get that straight.
That's the first one he's got wrong. The first one he's got wrong.
But he doesn't even
give away. But there, I think he was panicked because the way they were getting bullied, because they were winning every second ball.
I think sometimes when you have a defence and you could be the best, you could be Roberto Carlos, yeah. But if you've got
everybody else
exactly, if you've got a shoddy defence,
it affects you.
It affects you, and that is what happened. Troy Deeney's been out for 3.5 months here. Let's get it twisted. He's been out for 3.5 months.
Man, like a boxer, mate, a heavyweight boxer.
Mate, he absolutely put them both to the ground. Aaron Maguire and Lindelof had no answers. And what did he do, Troy Deeney? He's very clever. You know what? Let me look at him. Harry Maguire, Lindelof. And this is no agenda against Lindelof, but he went to Lindelof's side.
Of course!
And he said, you know what? And Lindelof got absolutely battered.
What did I say to you on last week's podcast?
Calvin Lewin.
If Calvin Lewin can do that, what's Troy Deeney gonna do? What's your boy Troy Deeney gonna do?
Oh my god! And he just absolutely battered him. And then you know what? It begs the question, Lewin. Why didn't Harry Maguire say, you know what? I'll deal with it, and thingy. Troy Deeney, Lindelof, you just go on that side. and let's swap around. And that's, for me, is Harry Maguire hiding there? I don't know. I'm trying to make...
No, you know what? You're not even saying to him to deal with him on the floor. It's just the ball in the air.
That's it.
So all he's saying is, you shift that side, and then all he's saying, sure, shift a bit of this side. Because their goalkeeper and their defenders, what were they doing? They weren't hitting it to Sarr.
No.
Sarr wasn't... It wasn't to Sarr.
He was roasting.
You know what I mean? It wasn't Sarr. They were hitting it to one guy. And who picking up the pieces? Torre and Capoue. Both picking up the pieces. And that was that kid Hughes.
Hughes as well.
Picking up, and then Delafeo as well.
You know what, mate? This, if you put into context already, these guys, yeah, they've won one game prior to this game, one game all season. They've got more managers than they've got wins. That is probably the alarming bit about it. They've got more managers than they've had wins. And they come over to Watford and they say, you know what, we'll have you today. Does it not epitomise where United are?
On last week's podcast, I did a team talk. I said, Nigel Pearson is going to say to them, these guys are bottle jobs. Let's get into them physically.
Yeah.
And then they'll buckle.
You know what?
Let's
Newcastle. Bournemouth. Oh. Guys, sorry about that.
Ollie. Ollie's on the phone.
Has he been fired yet? Honestly. You know what, yeah? It doesn't epitomise it. Newcastle. They've got battered 5-0 and they're up against United, 1-0 win. Bournemouth, they didn't score in about how many hours? God knows hours. They beat United. Crystal Palace they had a shocking start to the season, didn't they? Shocking start to the season. They beat us.
They came. They came. And then
they came. Southampton had a shocking start. 10 men for 20 minutes.
Bullied us.
Got the 1-1 draw.
Newcastle
and then again. Aston Villa, yo-yo team. Everton, again. And this team today, Watford. That is the final straw for me. And that is why, I'm sorry, Loden, yeah? And I'm sorry you like this manager.
It's not about like. It's not about me.
I know you wanted to succeed, yeah? But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, mate, your time is up as a Man United manager.
Okay,
your time
if you say that, do you think of the current structure, bringing in a Pochettino is going to fix it?
No, but you know what? Let's resume that.
Let's go with your words.
But we need a coach, though. Yes or no?
We could need a coach. But the players that we've got, we just talked about the quality.
Yeah.
The quality player we've got, the types of football and fighting football, because the Pochettino, what he changed at Spurs was to press hard.
And that's my point. That's my point. He made people like Dele Alli from the Championship, yeah, MK Dons, into a good player. Wow. Well, but not now. Not this minute now. He's not having the best of form. You know, but he's made people. Honestly, he's got people playing class. That's what I mean about. It's all about man management. Do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is capable of changing these kind of players into world beaters, into players that can challenge for trophies?
I'm not even asking for that. You know what I'm asking for from Ole?
What?
Just play the people you say you do. You keep it in me with youth, kids making excuses. Where's Brandon Williams yesterday? Shaw, if you're screaming at Shaw and Shaw is not doing what you're asking him to do, you get him off. You say to him, if you're not doing what I'm asking you to do, get off the pitch.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Williams would have given us enthusiasm and energy and helped every time when they tripled up on Rashford, he would at least took 1 or 2 away.
Easy.
And then give Rashford the room.
Easy.
What does Shaw do? You know what? Look back at all the fan cams, look back to all of the podcasts. I'm there defending Shaw. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Shaw, you might have come back from injury against Man City when everybody's there helping you, when the whole team is there defending from 30 yards, you look fantastic. When you are needed to go and do something the other end, and that's what you are as a Man United fullback.
Is that just
always been? For 30 years I've watched Man United. Fullbacks have always overlapped and attacked and contributed with goals, assists, free kicks. But like Dennis Irwin, I've not seen anybody in the Premier League, even Trent. Even Trent has to do it for 5 years to even come close to what Dennis Irwin
do you know what? Yeah, you look at it.
Don't give me any of that.
Those signings we've bought 3 signings. When you look at it now in the current context here and where United are right now, were they the 3 right signings? If you look at it, yes, we needed a right back, but Aaron Bissaka is brilliant defending.
I told you midfield.
Brilliant defending.
I said to you midfield. We need midfield.
We got Aaron Bissaka defending, but is he brilliant enough going forward to create attacks? Harry Maguire, 80 million. Would you better off getting? I don't know. Let's look at Lewis Dunk for Brighton.
Bring Evans back.
Evans.
No. To be fair, listen,
No, but I'm just telling you, that Daniel James, 20 million. And I know he can flourish.
But
were they the right signings if you look at it?
Daniel James is a squad player.
But now what's he doing? Look, frailties are showing. That if he has one style of play,
He's come to a new club. He's gone through the horrible things that he's just through.
And
he's come to a new club. He's all feeling all of that, and he's gone, give it everything, and he's gassed out. I see him now. He doesn't got the same energy. He's gassed out. He's tired.
But he plays 46 games a season.
Here's my criticism of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This 3-1, nada, not working no more.
What 3-1?
This 2-1.
Oh, 4-3-2-1.
Not working no more. Not working no more.
In what way?
No, I'm not out here. Man United need to go back to 4-3-3. At the height of Ole's success, 4-3-3, where we had energy, where people were going up and down. Even the likes of Luke Shaw were going up and down and getting assists.
Yeah.
Whatever's happening is happening, and I don't think the coaching staff is good enough. I'm questioning the coaching staff because as an inexperienced young manager, because he's fairly inexperienced, you need help.
Yeah.
Mickey Fielding ain't doing nothing out here.
I think he's an old age manager.
He's not doing out here. It just looks like boys, jobs for the boys. Oh, Man United, this Man United, that. Man United were not just a counter-attacking team. Man United on the Fergie ball time, Man United on the counter will murder you.
Yeah.
They would murder you.
But they were also playing though as well.
What they will do, at times, in teams that they couldn't break down, they would give the team the ball and go, come on, attack us then, come on, come out. But yesterday it wasn't even a counter-attack. We didn't even get to the tactics of how to play yesterday. You know what we got to yesterday? Was... is everybody up for the fight to win that second ball? Because Troy Deeney tactic that's what it's about. It's about Troy Deeney jumping with centre half, with the midfielders,
leading off to the Corey,
or playing it back to Corey and Capoue. Can we fight those battles? Can we win? They were tripling up on us. The way they pressed our defence yesterday was incredible. Usually, you know what our tactic is, or the only I've noticed in the passing since start of the season. It's no. Our outball. Our outball is always who goes the furthest is to go to who? It goes to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is the guy. Man City did exactly the same. What Pep Guardiola did in the derby, that's why they took so much control in the second half. He doubled up on Wan-Bissaka. So Wan-Bissaka received the ball. There was no outlet for him there. He shut that side down. And the Man United couldn't go because Shaw wasn't able to get the ball.
But then they also had Dan James on that.
I've got it. And then exactly the same. So they shut that down. They did exactly the same. We are getting found out, and Ole has no answers because there's nobody on the bench to change it. Well, there is. To me, Brandon Williams should have played yesterday because we need energy. More than anything, you've seen against Sheffield United. At the times he was getting roasted, he's going to get, as defenders, you're going to get roasted.
There was always an outlet there.
But he was always dragged. Most people forget how much taking a player away, running and dragging and getting the attention of a defender or a midfielder, how much that helps your attacking team or attacking players.
So why has he stopped then now? Why has he brought Luke Shaw back in?
I don't know because I said to you, it's boys for the jobs, innit? It's boys all that.
And you talk about Kieran McKenna. You talk about
Kieran
Michael Carrick.
Kieran McKenna as a youth coach was credible, was amazing. Michael Carrick, we don't know. We don't know what he knows anything. We don't know nothing. We don't know.
Have the standards dropped for United?
The standards have dropped big time.
We are now in 8th position.
Yeah, we are 8th. We are 8th.
Below Sheffield United.
And what did I say to you in the summer? What position did I say to you in the summer?
Well,
what did I predict? What did I predict? Please just tell the viewers what did I predict.
I think you predicted that range.
Where have we finished in the past 7 years, 8 years? We won second once, fourth once, I think. Everyone was 6th, 7th, 5th, 5th, 6th, 7th. I think we've been. That's where we've been. We cannot be shocked. And the money that needed to be spent has not been spent to do a proper recruitment. And the reason why I understand you, Ole out. I understand the Ole out fan.
But Ole out for the footballing reason.
Yes, but footballing reason. There is the footballing reason and not going to improve with any manager. Pep Guardiola or club at Old Trafford. Man United, in terms of who we are as a structure of a club, nothing ain't going to change unless Woodward, a sporting director. You know what? Shout out TJ, man. TJ hit the nail right on the head. He said he only wants Ole out if a director of football is coming in.
Yeah.
If a director of football is coming in, if a structure, because director of football will be able to see the level of coaching because he will have an insight what's going on. But they don't want. I read an interview very interesting interview at the Atlantic. I think it was the Atlantic, one of the papers. And basically, inside Man United, the reason why they said about sporting director, they don't want your typical sporting director or footballing director who controls the full package. They want one on their basis who is part of this committee, who's got no real power. Ed Woodward will still have the power, who is a yes man to Ed Woodward. That's what they want. That's why Patrice Evra, Darren Fletcher and Rio Ferdinand are all mentioned. They all didn't take the bait. Do you know why? Because they all knew they're going to be like lambs to the slaughter. They're going to be given to the fans and go, well, they're not doing that's
so why? So you talk about that, and I feel like you refer to Woodward and the Glazers. These guys, yeah, and I know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is out of his depth, yeah, but if they keep carrying on, yeah, they're almost absolutely, you know what, they could actually ruin his name, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he could look back at this and think, you know what, will he get a job after this at European football?
No, the Championship level? He'll go back to Mould.
He'll go back, well, I don't know if they'll take him back at this minute.
He will.
But
come on, Mould
right now,
won the
Glazers, I feel like they're getting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they're hungering him to drive because they know the frailties in him, but you know what they're saying? He's a legend of football club, and the managers and the fans now have accepted this now, and this is what we've become now.
United fans have accepted this. The fans are split. There's a huge split.
But yesterday, it looked like it didn't split yesterday.
Listen, the fans are more split. The fans are more split than even under Mourinho.
I don't know about that. You know, it looked like for me yesterday.
Some of the people who go to the stadium. Some of them in the stadium who go to the stadium. They're
for me, they're Ole Ins. They just sing Ole In. They'll sing Ole for any reason, and that's why the problem is.
It's just a nice song. Ole,
listen, mate, my lips, see them lips, yeah? They're tight like that, mate. No movement at all. I don't care, man. I've had enough of this manager. You know what? It's like I want to change London.
It's like me under Mourinho. I'm not lying to you. It's like I wanted Mourinho out so
under Mourinho, yeah, there was this problem of just boring football, and he just didn't want to change, and that is why he almost sacked himself.
Yeah, he did that. He made it on the Sky Sports Studios. He said it.
Yeah,
I deserve to get sacked because he wanted a 20 million, as we called it. He wanted a 20 million.
But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for me, nothing's improved. 1 year on, no, it did. Nothing's improved. The footballing style's not improved. Yes, you can talk about.
No, the first 3 months were brilliant football.
Listen, mate, the first 3 months, brilliant football. But what did he go and do? He said, you know what, mate, Lukaku, you can go and leave. Herrera, mate, nah, I don't need you, go and leave.
No, Herrera, the club let him go.
And leave.
The club let him go.
No, but
Sanchez and Lukaku both what he done out here.
No, but if you're the manager, you should know. If you want to go, yeah, let me.
They let him down.
He said, let him down, man. Where was the fight then? Where's the fight from the manager?
He's not going to fight though, is he? He hasn't got the capital to fight.
So why is he here then? If you're not going to fight, yeah, then leave. Seriously, Lord, man, what are we coming now, man? We're a top 10 club, and Man United fans have accepted it. What are we doing accepting this mediocrity?
Saeed, you either laugh or you cry.
I don't know if I can laugh. I might cry in a minute. I might cry, because I've had enough of this, man.
A straight jacket, triple straight jacket.
Triple, man. I've had enough of this, man. I want United to get back to where they were, but we're not going to get back to where we were, because you know what? When we're against Newcastle, they'll say, right, everything was alright, wasn't it?
You know what like it is? The road is long. The road is long, mate. That road to recover.
And I'm not ready to go on that road just yet. I'm not ready to put my seat down.
Check out.
I'm checking out already. I'm taking an emergency exit.
Forget Brexit. Man, just do a Man UFC exit, mate. You're doing a Man UFC exit,
my
mate.
God. You know what? Let's talk about a little bit of positive. Paul Pogba when he came on. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You know what, man? He looked like he should have just started. I should have just, you know what I just said? I said if he was fit enough to start on the bench, true. And I hate this saying no more. You know what? He could get a little injury. True. Listen, mate, bollocks,
it don't matter.
If you're fit enough to be on the bench, you're fit enough to start.
Or even, you know what? He could have won us again. Like, what did we say? We said last week.
Second half.
We said last week's podcast. We said John James be struggling. He should start Greenwood. Brandon Williams for me.
Tuanzebe now should be mentioned.
Tuanzebe was injured. He got injured against
was it again?
He got injured. That's why he walked down the tunnel.
Goodness me!
Yeah, he walked down the tunnel. He got injured.
What's this juju on United? Seriously,
I don't know. You know what? Somebody out there. You know what? Big up all my West African massive and all that. Central Africa, North, whatever.
Big up.
You know what? Big up all the people in China because they got juju there. Big up all the people in India and Latin America. There's juju everywhere. Juju ain't just African. Juju, the name is, but juju's everywhere. Man United fans all over the world need to pray to lift for this new year. We need to lift that juju. We need to get back to that juju that gave us that 3 months of good football that Ole had. Did you see yesterday to make some of the fans laugh? I put out we should sack Ole and just interim till the end of the season.
What? Wow.
Because then he might perform.
What, as interim manager?
Interim manager.
On his door, interim manager instead of Man United manager.
You know what? They should sack him. He should sack himself and go, let's sack myself and just
might not come back in the door.
You know what? I'm interim manager and I'm only to the end of the season and see what they do, these players.
Oh my God. But yeah, Pogba, I thought shining light in the game, you know what I mean? When he came on, you could see the levels just absolutely off the roof. Yeah, pass me the ball. Martial all of a sudden, he turned the life.
What did I tell you? Martial Pogba connection.
That connection,
the French telepathic. He knows exactly where he's going. And that's where Ben Foster's was worked.
Yeah.
And Rashford should have scored. Greenwood should have scored.
You know what? That's unforgivable, that chance there.
Yeah, Greenwood should have scored. I have high standards for Greenwood as his name on his technique because I know who he is.
Yeah.
So in that finish, the lob was a bit too hasty.
I think he's been watching Jesse Lingard.
Exactly.
It must be his idol. Exactly. They must be rubbing off each other now.
Exactly, bro.
Right, you know what? Jesse Lingard's done that. I'll do that as well.
I'll do that, no.
But when he came on, the Pogba was brilliant. And he could have had a couple of assists in that game. And that goal, that's 1-2 with Martial, curled it across.
Ben Foster, the keeper.
But then there was the unfortunate scenes. I don't know if you've seen, the fan cams on the United stand, Chelsea United stand, but again, apparently there was boos of Pogba. He came over and there was boos saying, there was especially on Flex's Instagram, you should have seen there was a couple of fans in there that were looked like they were saying, and you know what, man, they don't deserve it, do they? They don't deserve.
That's what I'm saying to you.
They don't deserve Pogba. To me, abusing. You know what they say? They say fan cams and all that are real toxic fans and all that. Yeah. Well, listen, mate. These are the real toxic football fans. Yeah. These are absolute dinosaurs in the football game. They're slating Paul Pogba, yeah, who came on and made influence in the game, and they're slagging him off, slagging your own player off. I don't slag, but I can criticise a player and say, you know what, I want better for him. You don't go abusing him. That's one thing I'll never do after a game. Abuse players on the pitch. Or abuse them on Twitter and all. I don't do that. When I come out of the game, I might be reactionary on how they played, and I might say it's not good enough anymore. But I won't say it's a this and a that and a that, yeah?
Personally.
And then fans, disgracing him. And when he leaves in the summer, and when you lack the quality, and we'll play McTominay in midfield, then you'll be like, why? Why did I do that? And you regret it.
No, they're not. And you know what? There's a certain age group, a certain demographic of certain men who just can't have it. There is an agenda side. Listen, there's an agenda, and then there's a real hatred.
A real hatred.
There's a real hatred, and I don't care what anybody says. Aspect of it is racial. I don't care anybody what he says. Maguire has been horrendous in the past 4, 5, 6 games. He's not been that good. Man United have been conceding goals right, left, and centre in the league, right? Other than the Man City game, other than the Spurs game, right? Where the defence, because when you've got everybody sitting with you, you can defend all day. When you're being shadowed, you know what I mean? When you've been like having people right in front of you, right? So it costs exact amount of money. Hear me one article, one tweet from any journalist or any Man United fan saying, questioning Harry Maguire, saying, what are you doing? Even that basic little thing that yesterday saying, you know what, Lindelof, you come around me, I'll challenge you.
But it comes after the game though and says, it wasn't good enough, and maybe it comes into the media too quickly.
Listen, to be fair with him as well, I can't blame him too hard, but I'm just making it. Another year and a half, Harry Maguire is still stagnated at Man United, is not doing well. I want to see those articles written. I want those Man United fans to question him, because they ain't going to do that. Because, unfortunately, the way he is as a personality, Paul Pogba is himself. He refuses to tell to anybody wishes. He'll have his hair colour different. He'll be dancing with his brothers at weddings or whatever he's doing.
And then be slated for it.
You know what? Be slated for it. Some things you don't understand culturally, you're going to slate him for it. The idea
what was that guy
listen, there's a fan out there. It's on I've tweeted out that guy Red Devil to all of you. You can, come at me, you know what I mean? You can always come at me. If you've got nothing to do over Christmas, you've had a couple of drinks, you know where I'm at. You know where I'm at. I'm always very accommodating, you know what I mean? I'm always giving you that love heart stuff, you know what I mean? To all your comments. But they're coming at me because I said this is racism. The guy, you don't have to be racist. You have to be racist for you to say racist language.
Yeah.
When you have hatred, when you've come out of that game, and the thing you're saying, the reason why Man United are late and the reason why we play like that is Paul Pogba. To me, it's just there's levels. There's levels.
It's not even a gender, is it?
It's hatred, xenophobic hatred because he's French. There's racism hatred, and there's like prejudice hatred because you have all of the hatred anyway. Everywhere you want to look at it, prejudice, bigotry, xenophobia, it's all there. You have this real hate for this guy, and it's nothing to do with the football.
And do you know what? We've got to look at it now from a Premier League point of view. Look at it yesterday, Rudiger. You know what I mean? Rudiger yesterday, absolutely horrendous. Sometimes we've got to say to ourselves, we're looking at Romania and all that, yeah. We've got to look at our own right now. And it's becoming really, really a big problem. And shout out to Gary Neville yesterday trying to put it out there on Sky before he was interrupted by David Jones, which I thought was wrong. You know what I mean? He can have his opinion. And I know you've got a bit of political and all that, yeah. But don't say, you know what? When it's a sensitive topic like that, don't just come in and butt him out like that and say, you know what, that's your views. And I know he's got to protect his job and all that, yeah, but I thought that wasn't on for me. You got to let him have his opinion, then close it on there, and then when you come on Twitter later on, then you say, you know what, that video today, that wasn't my view. You know what I mean? As a broadcaster, we obviously condemn racism, but it's happening everywhere now. And it's becoming a sad reality of the sport.
Well, it's society, isn't it? You've seen what's happened with it politically in this
It's
country.
not even sport, it's society level, isn't it?
It's society. So, and football actually brings a lot of people together, and it's a unifier. And you think football would be, you know what I mean, when fans get in that ground, when players get in that ground, there it brings people together. But it's not done that. The history, most of you who don't know, who might not be from this country, the history of hooliganism and far-right politics, that what we have a right in this government, we've got far-right, right-wing government that's ruling this country. And every time when the far right, through the 70s, through in Thatcher's time, there were things going on, and the far right were big. The history has come back again. It's almost come round circle again. And Gary Neville was done by the Sky bosses. He was done and warned, and that's why yesterday he had to say both leaders, both parties, because he called out the one. And Murdoch, guess most of you don't know who Murdoch's. Murdoch owns predominantly, he's got a massive percentage of charge of Sky Sports. He owns Sky Sports. Murdoch is in line with right-wing politics. He is a right-wing media mogul. That's who he is. That's who he is. Yeah. So Murdoch, that's why Liverpool, they don't buy the Sun. I big up respect to all of them. You know what? They're getting what they're getting. They're well-run club that they're getting, but big up to them that they don't buy the Sun newspaper. That is a rag and a hat. That every time I see that, I rip it up and I throw it in the bin. But what I'll say to you, to Rudiger, big up to Rudiger, because it could be very easy. Not
big up Aswell as well.
Yeah. But big up all the players, to be fair, both and the managers. You know what? As well, Mourinho as well, and all of them. You know, Frank Lampard for realising it. But next time it happens, to me, I think the only way this gets solved is how many black players play? I reckon about 25%.
Easy.
People who are mixed heritage or black players of African descent.
But they make up a lot of the Premier League.
No, not just the Premier League. In football, in the top 5 division, 4 divisions, right? Yeah. They should just strike for the one weekend. Just none of them play.
You reckon?
Yeah. To me, that's when it gets solved, because then you're playing with money, TV money. You're playing with the league's money. You're betting for the club's money. That's when all these heads will get their heads together and find out the right solution. Yeah. And Man United, when Man United played Liverpool, Trent Alexander got racially abused in the Stretford end. Man United fans next to that fan told him off, then got the steward, then they got the police, took him out. Fans have to do that. Of course, not all Tottenham fans are racist. Of course, not all Chelsea fans are racist. Not all Man City fans are racist. Every club has idiots. Every club had idiots. So the thing that what you do as fans, right, is go into that stadium and isolate the idiots for what they are. That's what you have to do. You have to do that. When I go to the football game and I see kids around me, sitting around me, I don't swear. I don't. Because I know everybody's swearing and I've been blind.
Just about hold
I hold my tongue. I'm like, and then I have to change it because I become really conscious of these children.
I don't hear that. I hear the C words.
I know that.
That's where it comes from. It's almost like it comes out.
It comes out. And the biggest
I know football's an emotional sport, but you know.
But why you've got 100 million different things to call Rudiger? Why do you have to dehumanize him and say he's a gorilla?
You know what, guys? Just to end on that bit, football is an equal game. Say no to racism. You know what I mean? It's all about equal game. We all love and watch the football for what it is right now. And just sometimes, you know what I mean? Leave that somewhere else. You know what I mean? Don't bring it into the football side when there's young kids there. There's other, you know what I mean? Other adults. But yeah, man, Newcastle. You know what? I would have thought that would have been a whole Bangkok. But you know what, mate? I'm fearing the worst right now.
You know what they're gonna do? What they're gonna do?
See Bruce, what he did against us a couple of months ago.
What's he gonna do?
Sit back, 4-4, 4-5-1 actually.
Yeah.
Sit back, here, break us down. And what's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Not even that. Well, what about when they're in possession? What they're going to do?
Bloody hell.
Hit the long ball.
Hit the long ball to Andy Carroll.
And they're going to win every second ball.
Yeah.
Put down. And then they're going to go off. The short, skillful players will come into the game.
Well,
and the long staffs on that will take shots. Every corner or free kick, look what the Brazilian guy or Andy Carroll do to De Gea.
They'll know what to do. They'll watch the videos. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
Steve Bruce will know. Listen, we beat them a couple of months ago. Let's do it again, boys. You know what I mean? What?
They're already doing it.
And they're on top of us. They're on the same points, aren't they?
Yeah, Man United.
Same points.
I think closer. Man United are physically weak, mentally weak. That is what is going to send them out to. Mentally weak, physically weak. If you bully Man United, you have the game. The game's yours. And we can't stand up to anybody. We cannot stand up to anybody. I've not seen any team physically where we've matched. Unfortunately, Scott McTominay's not at the physical powers he's been for the derby.
Well, this is the crucial part of the season.
Yeah.
This could all fall off, you know.
He was absolutely horrendous, but because he's got so much goodwill in the fan base, because he's played above himself, now he's gone back to what McTominay is. He's been playing.
I said it was like he has the smart price. So I said at the start of the season. You've got the McTominay, you know what I mean, the bargain, you know what I mean, the real quality. And then you've got the McTominay, that's a smart price. That, you know, it is what it is, and it's a, you know, sideways pass on.
And the supermarkets are available.
Yeah, chance die. But you know what? You're looking at that game and you're thinking
they're gonna do that. They're gonna first come and bully us. They're gonna sit back. Obviously, they're gonna bully us if we don't take shots. This is the game. I don't want to see Dan James. I'm looking at Ollie. Ollie is becoming ever so hard to me to sit here week by week to defend your tactics. But the most important is to defend your choice. I don't want to see Jones. Brandon Williams has to play. Has to play. Greenwood has to play on that side. Pogba has to play. Pogba has to play behind Martial.
yeah.
It has to. Has to. This has to be done. We want to see Man United going and having pots of shots. I want Pogba and that just to try to battle for these second balls. Everybody to battle for these second balls. I don't want to see Luke Shaw. I'm not here to see.
That's you lured him.
I'm not
Solskjaer has a different mind. He might think, you know what? Let's not put Pogba in the first team. Let's not let's keep it how it is. We'll break them down.
The whole world could see what he did in 20 minutes, man. He dynamically changed. Other players come alive.
Yeah.
Other players come alive.
That's a crucial running Nuruddin. Got Newcastle at home. Doesn't get any easier. Burnley allowed Burnley. I thought a couple of weeks ago when they got battered by City, I thought, you know what, that could be an easy game.
You know what I'm saying? You know one thing I love? I love your way. You know what? One thing. You know what? You might see this guy. You might have coined a straight jacket, right? Yeah. But inside him, there's an optimist.
No.
There is an optimist inside him.
There isn't.
There is. No, you're not saying.
I'm not.
We did all that. One good result, and that energy.
What I'm saying to you is, Burnley, you would have thought that one is easy.
They are the ultimate physical bully boys.
You know what? I think they've got a couple of wins on the bounce now. You know what? They've beaten Bournemouth away. They won Brighton. Did they win Brighton as well?
Listen, they beat Brighton. They beat
Brighton and they beat Thingy now. Listen, that's not even an easy game.
I'm telling you, they are the ultimate physical bully boys. Who's the guy who's got how many goals this season? No, Wood.
Wood, yeah, as well.
The New Zealand guy. Wood.
4-4-2 traditional
No team can stop it. They get a free kick. They get a free kick. Do you think David De Gea has been bullied by Everton and Troy Deeney?
He's got something else coming.
Wait till Wood and Barnes get hold of him, mate. I'm telling you,
destroy him, mate.
We could be if Man United players continue this bottle job mentality when it becomes the physical game. If they don't look in the mirror, each player, forget what Ollie tells them. Forget that. If the tactics are that bad, I'll forget about what the tactics he told me because I'm thinking I'm playing for my shirt and pride, right? Yeah. If they really, I'll say I need to win my duel battles. I have to beat this guy to the second ball, to every ball. I want to win the first ball and the second ball. If Newcastle don't do that, if Newcastle do that to us, Arsenal with Arteta, first proper game, they could smack us. At the end of this Christmas run, in January, by the end of the weekend on the 5th or the 6th, is that the weekend?
Yeah.
We could be in the relegation, so we could be like 4 points above the relegation.
You've got Liverpool.
Don't talk to me about that. I'm going to Anfield. With this part of bottle jobs. With this part of Liverpool and the whole cup and the whole crowd will be on top of us. This bottle jobs,
They could nail the coffin in.
What we'll have to do, I'll have to do a test. I'll have to check their pants before they actually step on the pitch. I'll have to do a pants test.
I don't think you want to check that.
I want to do a pants test.
It'll be soaking wet.
I want to do a pants test, mate. Let me see have you shot yourself before even the game's kicked off.
This is a crucial running, guys. Nuruddin, what's your prediction for Burnley? I mean, Newcastle.
Well, you know what they're going to do. You know what they're going to do. You know what they're going to do.
I'll Newcastle, Burnley, and Arsenal. I'm going to realistically, can we get our points out of them? Be realistic. I don't see. I think 3 points.
I think that's.
I think maybe Newcastle.
I think you're being too optimistic. That's real optimistic. I can't see it.
So you can see maybe 1 point.
I make 1 point, maybe a draw, 3 points
altogether.
3 draws.
I think maybe
that's if we battle. That's the minimum if we battle. Now, some of you are coming at me going straight away, what is he talking about? We're not that bad.
I don't think now that we're doing that. I think now everyone's on your boat now.
Dramatic. What is he talking about? I've been calling it since summer. Get at me. That guy, Red Devil. Come at me. I've been calling it this summer. Check the tweets out what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Bottle job after bottle job after bottle job. And this thing was on a Monday. What have we learned from the weekend, Saeed?
Nothing. Same old.
We've learned David De Gea is a shitbag. And I'm sorry to say I love David De Gea. Many a time he kept us from relegation zone. Many a time it's the reason why we finish. It's a time we finish in the 8th or the 7th. No, because I believe the good players inside him. But if everything around him is pile, then he's going to be infected and become pile.
I think United become a virus from the top. It's just spread
everywhere.
Spread right up to the team.
Listen, I said, come loser. People were like, you're too harsh. I said, pathetic club, pathetic CEO, pathetic. Everywhere we're pathetic, man. We're pathetic owners, pathetic club, and pathetic CEO.
And you know what? We'll end it there. Nuruddin, been a pleasure. Socials.
That guy, Red Devil, I said, get merry. You know that.
Have a Merry Christmas, guys.
Listen, Merry Christmas to all you guys. Happy Hanukkah to all you guys, and anybody else from different parts of the world. You know what? If
enjoy your season greetings.
Season greetings, and and those of you who are slightly more spiritual, happy winter solace.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't think we'll have a podcast before the New Year, so even as well, Happy New Year from us as well.
Happy New Year from us. And you know what? Hit that subscribe button.
You know what?
Like.
Good news. I think by the end of this, we'll reach 10k. I think we're about 20 away.
Come on,
20 away. 20 subs away, guys.
You know what? This is a challenge to you, right? Can you get your cousin? Can you get your roommate, your housemate, your friend, the guy who you chat to about football? Can you get him to subscribe to United Central?
And it will be done. 10,000 achievement.
And that's it.
What an achievement.
And next season, fingers crossed, in the new year, not next season, but in the new year. See, I'm getting carried. I'm ready for next season. I'm ready for next season. That's how bad
we might be relegated next season. We might be in the championship.
I'm telling you, hey, if honestly, Saeed, you think that's serious, if that means getting rid of Woodward and the Glazers, I'll take it.
No, I can't do it, mate.
That's who I am.
I can't do Barnsley away.
You know what?
I have to wear Stanley
man, we would be.
I have to wear Stanley breast.
I'm telling you, we'll get away tickets. I'm telling you, we'll go wild about a season in the championship. We will have an absolute. Could you imagine the journey?
No, I'm not.
Come on, Saeed.
All the way to.
That journey would be amazing.
No, mate.
It'll just
I don't want to go
everybody.
to let's see.
Jeff, shout out Jeff, mate. Shout out Jeff,
guys. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. It's been a very, very good one.
I'm saying
subscribe to United Central. I know this camera's going to run any minute now. Subscribe to United Central. Like the video. Subscribe. Do all of that, and I'll see you for the Newcastle review, where hopefully we get 3 points.
And for the podcast 2020.
Take care, guys.
Happy New Year.
Hope you enjoyed this. It's going to roll any minute now. Bye-bye. Take care.
Oh, God.